Hello, I'm Adam Newman. This is my official YouTube channel. Please subscribe and support them. The Young and the Restless. Spoilers, Wednesday, full the 17th of June, 2026. Welcome back to the channel, Y&R fam. Today is a fantastic day to dive deep into the absolute madness happening in Genoa City. Grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's unpack the latest jaw-dropping drama together. We have so much to discuss, so let's get right into it. I am literally shaking right now. I can't believe they did that. I am typing this furiously late at night. The screen is practically glaring at me in the dark, but I just had to get this out of my system because what on earth did I just watch? I have been a fan of this show since 2015, and I have seen some wild stuff go down. But this current storyline with Diane, Jack, and Patty is pushing me to the absolute edge of my sanity. And I kind of love it, but I also kind of hate it. Am I making sense? Probably not, because my adrenaline is through the roof right now and I am just typing whatever comes into my brain. But seriously, can we talk about this? Because let's be real, we all knew Patty Williams returning to Genoa City was going to be an absolute, unmitigated disaster. But this is next level unhinged. Even for Patty. I cannot even fathom the level of psychological torture she is putting Jack through right now. Showing him a staged photo of Diane unconscious in a white padded cell? Are you kidding me? And then having the absolute audacity to demand that Jack sleep with her to recreate the magic they had on the yacht in exchange for his own wife's location? I am sick to my stomach. I am literally gagging. Patty is so deeply delusional, and it is honestly terrifying to watch. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. Okay, back to the point. The June 16th episode, the Abbott family meeting. Jack is finally doing what he should have done days ago. He is gathering the troops. He is pulling together the key players because he knows he cannot solve this sick, twisted puzzle on his own. Jack has never been afraid to step up and be the patriarch when his family is in crisis. And right now, they are in the biggest crisis of their lives. He's desperate to separate fact from fiction, because every time they uncover a new piece of the puzzle, the situation just gets darker and more twisted. And Kyle, I'm sorry, but Kyle has been driving me completely crazy lately. How naive can one guy be? Detective Burrow literally asked if Diane just ran off on her own, and Kyle is out here defending her work ethic at Jabot, completely oblivious to the fact that his mother is currently locked in a literal dungeon. I get it. He wants to believe the best. But come on, Kyle. Wake up and smell the espresso at Crimson Lights. Your mother is missing. But seeing Kyle and Jack team up in this desperate search for answers is giving me life. They need to figure out exactly how much of this nightmare Patty actually orchestrated and who is helping her. Which brings me to Tracy. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Tracy Abbott? Tracy is the absolute MVP of this entire storyline. I know some people are loving the dark turn with Patty, but personally, I am just here for Tracy, playing psychological chess in the park. She literally caught Patty handing a massive envelope of cash to Dr. Lawrence Markham at the cafe, and instead of just screaming at her, Tracy is using her brain. She is threatening Patty with the mental hospital, she is dangling Jack's gratitude like a carrot, and she's manipulating the manipulator. Tracy's not playing games anymore, and I am so here for it. Go, Tracy. So while the Abbotts are strategizing and trying to find a way out of this hellscape, we have to talk about Diane's actual situation right now. Diane's nightmare is so far from over, it is actually making my chest tight. She wakes up in this strange, unfamiliar living room. She is completely disoriented, probably drugged, and she realizes the doors are locked and there are bars on the windows. Bars on the windows! I was screaming at my television! Diane is a survivor, okay? We all know she has done some incredibly shady things in her past, faking her own death, manipulating everyone, but nobody deserves this. And then he walks in, Dr. Lawrence Markham, or should I say, whoever this absolute creep actually is. Diane is standing there, terrified but fierce, holding a literal letter opener as a weapon, and this guy has the nerve to gaslight her into oblivion. He tells her she had a severe mental breakdown on the side of the road, that she was screaming and inconsolable, and that Jack, her own husband, agreed that she needed to be locked up in this house for treatment. The audacity. The sheer, unadulterated evil of this man. He is standing there, so calm, so smug, just spinning this web of lies while Diane is literally fighting for her sanity. But here is the thing that has my brain absolutely spiraling right now. Markham's motives. Is he just acting on Patty's orders? Is he just a corrupt psychiatrist who took a massive cash payout to hold a woman hostage? Or does he have his own sick, twisted agenda? Because if you have been paying attention to the clues, and you know I have been analyzing every single frame of this show, there is a massive, glaring red flag sitting right there on the bookshelf in Diane's prison. Am I the only one who saw the books by Dr. Alan Laurent on that shelf? I screamed. I literally dropped my phone. Why would Dr. Markham have books by Dr. Alan Laurent in this random barred house? Unless the rumors are true. Unless Dr. Lawrence Markham isn't just some random corrupt doctor. What if he's actually Martin Laurent in disguise? Think about it. Remember when Patty Williams got plastic surgery to look exactly like Dr. Emily Peterson? Yeah, didn't work out great then either, but she knows how to completely alter someone's identity. What if Patty helped Martin get a new face so he could become Dr. Markham? If Markham is actually Martin Laurent, my mind is officially blown. Because do you realize what this means? Phyllis and Sharon. Oh my gosh, my heart is racing just thinking about it. Phyllis and Sharon were literally held hostage in a clinic by Martin Laurent. That man put them through absolute psychological torture. They are trauma bonded for life because of that freak. If Martin is back, and he is the one holding Diane hostage, this changes everything. I know Phyllis and Diane hate each other. I mean, their rivalry is legendary. They have been at each other's throats for decades. But if Phyllis finds out that the man who tortured her is now doing the exact same thing to Diane, I am telling you right now, Phyllis Summers is going to lose her absolute mind. And Sharon? Poor Sharon is already living in sheer terror because Victor moved Matt Clark onto the Newman Ranch. And now she might have to deal with Martin Laurent coming back from the dead? The writers are torturing these poor women, but I kind of want to see Phyllis and Sharon team up again. Imagine them kicking down the door of that house to save Diane. It would be the most epic, iconic moment in daytime television history. But let me catch my breath for a second. Contradicting myself here, but maybe I don't want Martin back. Maybe it's too dark. Maybe Markham is just Markham, a greedy doctor who crossed every ethical line for a paycheck. But even if he is just a pawn, he is a terrifying one. The way he looked at Diane, the way he completely invalidated her reality. It is textbook psychological abuse. And Diane is trapped. She demanded to go to a real clinic. She told him she wouldn't stay in that house for another minute, but we all know she isn't going anywhere. She is a bird in a cage, and the cat is sitting right outside the door. And what about Jack? My heart actually breaks for Jack right now. And I don't even like Jack half the time. He can be so arrogant and self-righteous. But seeing him reduced to this level of panic is hard to watch. He is staring down the barrel of Patty's blackmail. He knows that if he doesn't sleep with her, he might never see Diane again. But if he does sleep with her, he is betraying his wife in the most sickening way possible, and Patty will probably just move the goalposts anyway. You cannot negotiate with a terrorist, Jack. And Patty is a domestic terrorist. Remember when she poisoned Summer Newman? This woman has no boundaries, no morals, and no grip on reality. I just cannot predict where this is going. And I am both terrified and obsessed. The June 16th episode is setting up a massive collision course. Jack is gathering his allies. Tracy is playing detective. Kyle is finally waking up to the danger. And Diane is locked in a battle of wits with a man who might be the most dangerous villain Genoa City has seen in years. I know some people are complaining that this storyline is dragging, but personally, I think the pacing is brilliant. It is building this suffocating tension, and when the bubble finally bursts, it is going to be spectacular. So what do you guys think? Am I totally off base with the Martin Laurent theory? Are Phyllis and Sharon going to be the ones to save Diane? Or will Jack figure it out in time? And what is Trossie going to do with the information she got in the park? I need to know your thoughts, because I am going to be awake all night thinking about this. This show is going to be the death of me, I swear. But I'll be right back here tomorrow night, ready to complain and celebrate all over again.